Hey, what's up guys, it's Nick too. As I'm sure you guys are all aware, our beloved farm Mogons Works ended up getting patched, so you know what that means. It's time to find a new farm so that we can get a ton of XP and a ton of loot. Hopefully one that isn't bugged and is going to actually end up getting patched. So today for you guys, I have a solo farm and a group farm. Just the nature of the game means that a group farm is just going to be better because you can split off and people can clear off certain parts of the dungeon while everybody else is getting XP for the entire thing. So group farming is just simply better. But if you're anything like me, you don't have friends, you don't have people that you want to play with, you just want to play solo, I have a solo method for you guys that we're first going to go into, but the group method is also pretty good solo as well. So pick your poison. Both of them are incredibly powerful. The first thing that I want to show you guys real quick is that the group method is insane. I went from level 81, as you can see here, like 7 hours and 45 minutes into my stream. Follow me on Twitch, subscribe. 80% or something of you guys aren't subscribe, like the video, whatever. Okay, so in about 3 hours I got from level 81 to 84 just doing this farm, and that's like with the servers going down. I had to do the farm for like an hour with just one of my friends, and we weren't even being that efficient about it. Can I show myself being... Yeah, there I am, 84. As you can see, I got there in like 3 hours. This is incredibly efficient, even if you're just in a duo. And we weren't even being that efficient, and I got there in 3 hours. And 3 hours at level 81 to 84 is really, really fast. So definitely make sure to stick around and check the group farm out. But first off, let's just get into the solo farm. This one's pretty simple. Right above Kyovashad, there's a dungeon called Forsaken Quarry. Basically, we're just going to do the dungeon, kill a bunch of mobs, and we're not going to do any of the quest objectives. The reason that this is good is it's simply just really, really fast, and there's just a ton of mobs. It's subject to RNG. Okay, I didn't reset the dungeon. I have to reset the dungeon real quick. But like I was saying, the dungeon is pretty subject to RNG because how densely packed the rooms are going to be is kind of dependent on the RNG of the layout of the map. But typically you can get pretty good XP in here. I usually clear it in about like, 2 or 3 minutes. And you can get well over like 600 to 800k XP per clear. We also just get a ton of loot. By the way, I'm testing out some weird trap build. If you guys want to a video on that, I will post one. If you guys leave some likes on the video and you leave some comments to let me know that you guys are interested. Usually if there's an event, I just completely ignore it. So right here we got an event, pretty unlucky. I'm just gonna walk away. But as you can see, there's a pretty good amount of mobs here. Right now this is kind of a waste of time just walking, but the best part about this dungeon is that it's very consistent. Mogons wasn't as consistent. This one is pretty consistent. You just have a ton of mobs that group up and you kill them, and a lot of the time they respawn. So or not respawn, but you have mobs that will just continuously spawn more and more mobs, and it's just very, very densely packed. I actually got a unique earlier in here today too. I only did it for like 20 minutes, but you can see there's a ton of loot on the ground. And look at spawning even more mobs. We're just gonna keep clearing throughout the dungeon, and it gets a little bit better towards the latter half. The first part is like a little bit slow because there's some travel time, but again, like I said, it depends on the layout that you get. As you can see, the guys are just spawning more mobs. They're kind of being annoying with it because I think it's spawning mobs from the shrine or something. But I guess it's free XP. I've never had it do this. I don't know what's happening. It's like spawning mobs from the shrine. Oh my god, they just spawned on top of me, dude. Okay, I guess I finished the event from over here. All right, that was really weird. Honestly, I didn't expect that. Usually it is not like this. Usually it's actually a little bit faster. But I guess I got extra XP or some extra mobs. But keep in mind, usually you'll do it a lot faster. Most of the time there's a shrine in here, some sort of shrine, but this is really where it gets pretty good. There's a ton of mobs in here. Just look at the mini map; it's pretty dense. But the best part is like they have this weird spawning thing where it just keeps spawning more and more of them. So you spawn that wave, you kill that wave, whatever. There's one loser. Seeing a loser back here from the weird shrine spawn bug I had going on. All right, so now we're just gonna clear through here. As you can see, I got a ton of loot, and I'm not even done yet. And it has been pretty quick. Gotten like what, 800k XP or so. It's pretty fresh into 84 there. Oh my god, I have a butcher. Dude, what is this like luck for recording the video? I don't want to fight the butcher right now. I'm just gonna ignore him, alright? So we're just gonna keep doing the dungeon. And you don't want to actually do any of the objectives. You pretty much just want to keep running. And you just want to, as you can see, it's pretty densely packed here. There's just a ton of mobs. Like, you just do the dungeon, there's just a ton of mobs. And that's pretty much it. It's not probably as insane as the next one that I'm going to show you. But the next one that I'm going to show you has a lot of like travel time, and it's a little bit annoying. I guess the butcher's almost dead, but I mean, just like leave me alone, dude. Very unfortunate, but I mean, whatever. That's pretty much it for the dungeon. Guess I'll kill the butcher real quick. He's going to drop me like one legendary because, he's stingy. So the weird thing about this build is that it's very useless on single target. Which I kind of need to figure out. I guess you can just do inner sight like I just did, but I'm missing a legendary that would make the single target actually pretty good. But whatever, we'll just kill him right here now that I swapped the inner sight. Alright, that was a terrible... Oh my god, I got a unique... Whoa! Wait, I got 2? Wait, I was maybe gonna not show this gameplay, but I just got 2? And it's 2 things that I don't even have yet? It's a cosmetic? I got a cosmetic? What's the other thing I got? Oh my god, and this thing sucks. I just got trolled so unbelievably hard. I'm sorry that I'm ruining the video with this, but what just happened? Unbelievable, dude. Actually unbelievable. Alright. I don't even have words for that. I've been trying to get one unique for like the past 4 days or something, and I just can't get it. And I thought I just got at least the butcher one. Whatever. So you want to leave the dungeon via the emote wheel. And if you're solo, you just reset it by just clicking leave. And then you just go back in. To be completely honest with you, that wasn't the best representation of this dungeon. Usually it is a lot faster than that, and there's just way more mobs. That was a little bit weird because of just everything that was going on there. But I got double unique, kind of, I guess. So I feel like I have to include this in the video now. But that is that farm. Just go there and try it yourself. If you don't believe that it's good, just go there and try it yourself. I was getting really good XP, and you get pretty good loot. As you can see, there's pretty good loot there. All right, the next dungeon that I want to show you guys, which is incredibly efficient in both solo and a group. This guy's trying to get me into his party to do it with him, but I'm not interested. Okay, so you go to Kyrgyzstan. It's about like in the middle of the map here, right next to the Girandai waypoint. It's a little bit in the middle of nowhere, but the Dryceps field is over here. It's called the Champion's Demise, okay? The reason that this dungeon is so good is that it just has an unbelievable amount of mobs, and if you farm it in a group, it's really efficient because you don't have to do any of the objectives, and there's basically 3 different lanes that you can branch out to. So if you have at least 3 people in your group, you can very efficiently do it. But like I said, I was doing it in a group of 2. You could even solo it. It's probably a little bit weird solo, so I'm just going to show you guys each of the lanes real quick. I'm not going to clear the whole thing solo because that'd probably take like, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 minutes. It kind of depends. But as you can see, there's a crazy amount of mobs, and this is one lane. So there's one lane on the far right, there's one in the middle, and then there's one on the left. So if you're playing in a group, you typically just split this up. Or if you're playing in like a group of 2, you can, just split it up however you want. But you kind of just group up all the mobs, and as you can see, you just blow everything up. It's really easy when I'm playing in a group, man. I've been doing this playing in a group or solo. I got another unique, and it's the gloves again. There's oh my god, okay, so I don't even know what I was saying. It's way harder in a group. Not way harder, but the mobs have a lot more HP in a group, right? But when I'm solo, everything kind of just gets absolutely owned. But as you can see, the density is crazy. The problem is if you're doing this solo, there's a lot of backtracking, but if you're playing this in a group, you're getting the XP for everybody clearing, basically doing the exact same thing that you're doing somewhere on the map, and you just do it really, really quickly. I'm just going to kill some guys, and then I'm just going to show you the next part of the map. I'm not going to really kill anything else because you get the idea. You pull a bunch of mobs and you kill them all. There's some objective, you could decide to do it, but it's just going to slow you down. If you really want to kill the boss, I guess you could. But the map is pretty big, and like I said, it just branches into 3. It's like literally perfect for farming in a group, and even solo, it's really good because the mob density is really good. So this is the middle area, middle/bottom left. And I mean, look how many mobs I have on me, dude. Look how many mobs I have on me. And yep, everything just dies. Goodbye. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the group farm. Now, if you are in a group, basically what you want to do is, let's say that I'm the leader right now and everybody else is still in the dungeon. As the leader, I want to right click on my name, which is going to be right here, and I'm going to click leave party. By leaving party, that's going to put me to the front of the instance, okay? Once I'm at the front of the instance, if I go roleplay like I'm at the front of the instance, I'll go do that. All right, now that I have left the party, it's going to put me outside of the dungeon. Everybody else in the dungeon can stay in the party, but you want to leave the dungeon, okay? Once they leave the dungeon via the emote wheel, they're going to immediately open their friends list and then join back on you, request to join on you, or you can invite them. As the leader, you can just zone back in, and that's how you want to do it. So again, just to retrace the steps, there's like some ways to make it a little bit faster to avoid some load times, but generally just to make it really easy, The party leader leaves the party. It will teleport them out of the dungeon automatically by leaving the party. Everybody else can stay in the party. They leave the dungeon manually via the emote wheel. Once they have left the dungeon, then they just join the person that left before the party leader. And then that person just starts the dungeon again. Basically, you just want to avoid joining the party when you are in the dungeon. Basically, what happens is if you're the party leader and you leave, you create another instance when you leave the party and you get your own instance again. So you're pretty much just cycling your own instance, which is resetting the dungeon. But again, if you're solo, you can just do the dungeon and then just leave and wait for 10 seconds. You can also just do that in a group if you wanted, but you kind of avoid a loading screen. That's pretty much it though. Like I said, you get unbelievable amounts of XP. I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of gameplay of me just doing this real quickly, and I'll just talk about some random stuff, I guess. So if you guys, again, if you want to see this build, it's pretty strong for particular things. Like for this farm, I really like using Death Trap. I got a ton of questions, and I'm probably going to get a lot of comments on this video. Oh my god, you're not using Shadow Clone anymore? Why aren't you using Shadow Clone? Shadow Trap or Death Trap and Shadow Clone are pretty much interchangeable. You can use both of them whenever. Death Trap is really good when the enemies are just insanely tanky like they are when you're doing this in like a 4-man group. I was trying out some weird stuff with Poison Trap, which I don't think is that bad. Feel free to leave a comment down below and like the video if you actually want me to make that. So if I get enough comments and stuff, I'll probably upload that video tomorrow. Other than that, I've been looking for the unique dagger called Condemnation forever, and every single person that I know that plays a rogue has gotten it multiple times, and I have not gotten it a single time. And I have probably looted like 13 unique gloves just today in the 10 hours that I've played. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's like, I don't even know what to say anymore. But follow me on Twitch if you want to see my journey. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing this farm probably all day and just get to level 100. If you guys want to see me doing that, feel free to watch. I mean, I was getting a level an hour, right? So maybe I need to stream for like 16 hours or something, but maybe a little bit longer than that. I don't know, but I plan to try to get to level 100 tomorrow if possible, and I'll probably be deviating with some builds and stuff, but I just want to show you guys a full run of the group farm just so you can see how good it was and how exactly it pans out. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe for videos same for this one, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.